there's probably going to be quite a short reaction for the day's hearings. I think I'm going to do a Twitter Spaces later on today, maybe like 7 o'clock. If anybody wants to join for a chat about what was said today, what might be said tomorrow, I thought I'd give it a go later on. It's always really frustrating in proceedings where we have to listen to police lawyers, and this afternoon was absolutely no different. They are incredibly odious, though. I mean, and I apologise if I occasionally get sort of personal towards either of the QCs who are presenting on behalf of the Met Police and the spy cops themselves, because, you know, it's not a problem the fact that they individually are, you know, morally bankrupt. They should take on such a job in the first place. But it's what they are defending the indefensible. But it is like it's just the way in which they do so. I mean, like actually using that phrase, well, we would not attempt to defend the indefensible. It's like, mate, that's exactly what you're fucking doing. And like, Oliver Saunders' sort of whole sort of approach of just being like, well, I mean, something with Skelton had started, you know, just like, oh, it was a long time ago. We simply can't judge, and then just putting it like this whole thing about like, you know, you're not in a position to judge the legality, you know? And it's like, what the fuck? Fucking, you know, that's outrageous, man. Just fucking outrageous. Nothing particularly new we learnt this afternoon. I think the most interesting things of the day were from the inquiry's opening statement, which included some of the information from the closed hearing, which suggested that the closed hearing really should have been held in public. I wonder how much longer Mitting is going to accept the sort of the lines that the police are coming out with. I mean, I would imagine he will continue to, but like they just seem so fucking ridiculously crap to me. I don't see why they're being allowed to kind of keep following this approach, but they probably will. Expect more lies. Tomorrow morning we start off with the Home Office giving their opening statement, and then after the break, then it will be lawyers representing people who are affected, so the non-state, non-police core participants, which should be much more like much better to listen to. Today's particularly bad. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining the tweets. I'll schedule it for 7 p.m. I think as Twitter Spaces. Please, I'm kind of new to doing them. We tried one once before a few months back. It didn't get much of a response, but I think they're more common now, right? Yeah, so they'll be on Twitter Spaces at 7 p.m. If you're able to, I've just come up with this idea whilst streaming, so don't expect like much being, much. But please come and join in. Tell us what you thought. If you've not followed it before, I noticed there was like 100 people watching the actual stream of the inquiry itself on YouTube, which. I'm sure it may have gone up there. I just caught it at one point. It said 94 actually, so which is a good sign. I'll check back now and see what the numbers were like. But we got about 200 people watching these streams today. So whether you just followed it via what we've put out or you're following proceedings directly, please join the Twitter Spaces on Twitter at 7 p.m. I'll share around a thing.